tournaments, you know.
But what if they can go with you or something?
Yeah, they can go with you, but maybe they have a job, you know. It's hard for someone. Dating a poker player is probably like the toughest person to date. It sounds really cool. They have lots of money. They can work when they want. Blah blah blah. But there's so much things that like, it's so much things that like muggles. We say muggles for like non-poker players that they like struggle to understand. You know, because it's just so difficult. It's such a unique job, and also like the stress. Like if you go to work in an office, at the end of the day, you're gonna get $200 or whatever. If I play poker tomorrow, I can lose $5,000. And if I meet you the next day for lunch, and I've just lost $5,000, even if I don't want it to be, I'm still going to be a little bit stressed about this money. And maybe they say something to me and I snap, you know. Maybe I'm like, oh, shut up or something, you know. And it's not because I'm trying to be nasty to them.
It would be hard to imagine of you, but
yeah, I mean, I'm not. Well, you'd be surprised sometimes, but yeah, I mean, and
I would.
It's the same with everybody though. Like it's really easy to just become frustrated with the whole situation. Like I could lose at poker every day for the next 2 weeks, lose $50,000, and then my girlfriend could tell me something like, why didn't you take the rubbish out or something, which is like completely reasonable.
Why didn't you what?
Take the rubbish out or something.
Oh, the rubbish out.
And this could be like a perfectly reasonable thing, and she should tell me and she should be mad at me, but I could say something then which could be like really kind of just, and then for the rest of the night everything's bad, you know. So like I just think with poker players it's a lot more difficult when you don't have like it's like so many relationships break up because of money. Like I was watching Gone Girl yesterday, you know Gone Girl?
Yes, the movie with
and this couple ends up like hating each other because they both lose their job in the recession in America, right? And they say that basically when you don't have money and you don't have stability, you're not very happy, and most relationships break up because of either boredom or like finances, you know. Like one person wants to live in New York, one person wants to live in the country with their sick grandma, you know.
Yeah.
One person wants to travel the world, the other guy wants to settle down, you know. One person wants to get married, one person doesn't, you know. It's like it's really hard to have this kind of like stability in poker, especially if you don't have a big bankroll. Like without trying to sound arrogant or something, I'm in a position now where like it doesn't matter if I don't win for 2 weeks. But I have friends who, if they don't win for 2 weeks, they have rent to pay on the third week, you know. And then for them, if they have a wife who's dependent on them to win a poker tournament so they can pay the rent, it's not a good situation to be in, you know. Like it's almost like this is like degeneracy. Like this is why I don't really recommend people to get into poker, because it's hard to have like this lifestyle,
that fixed lifestyle.
The fixed lifestyle. And being a poker player, it's so important to have nothing else on your mind. Yeah. But it's so hard to be in a situation where nothing else is on your mind. Do you know what I mean? So
it sounds scary.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah. And also, do you have like crazy stories about traveling for tournaments and, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't travel so much, but now I'm going to. So like, I went to Malta. I'm starting to play these like high rollers, which are like 25,000 buy-ins or 50,000 or 10,000, and you're playing against like the best players in the world. There's not too many bad players. Like if I go and play 1,000 tournament, it's me, 100 professionals, and then 900 terrible guys or something. But if you play like at 25,000, it's me, 50 professionals, and then 2 bad guys, 3 bad guys. So it's very competitive and it's very intellectually stimulating. All these guys, it's funny because when I go and play a $1,000 tournament, if I go to the gym in the morning, it's empty. If I go to the gym in the morning of the $25,000 tournament, you have the same people there. The Germans are all in the gym. The Germans are getting the massages. Fritusha's in the gym. All these guys are going and preparing well and they rise to the top. And it's not because these guys are like super clever, but these guys are all doing the right things, you know. So it's kind of for when you travel to play these live tournaments, it's fun to play against these guys who you know are trying just as hard as you are to win. If you win against like 6 guys who are like not really trying hard, they're all hungover, it's not even like an accomplishment, you know. Like if I win against someone who's blind, I mean, I'm not like happy about winning against the blind guy, you know. I'm like, okay, I'll take the money. Yeah. But if I win like a chess match against this guy who's like a grandmaster, you know, like if I win like against like a monkey at chess, I'm not like happy that I beat the monkey, you know. Like I win the game, so whatever. If it's for money, I'll take the money. But if I win against a grandmaster that I've been trying like really hard, like practicing all these moves and studying him, if I beat a grandmaster at chess, I'm like so happy, right? But if I beat the monkey, I don't give a fuck. It's kind of same in poker. Like you try better and you try harder when you're playing against the better players. So this is kind of, people kind of say, why do you play these huge buy-ins or something? Is it not risky and stuff like that? And it is risky, but it's also like motivating. It's also like, you also learn. Like every time I played, I learned like so much stuff. I studied the stuff they were doing. I'm like, why is he doing this? Like, how can he call that? You know? And it's fun.
And so also I understood the question in another way, which wanna say that like, during your poker travelings, like, you know, like crazy experience or something crazy happened, you know, like during getting there, or like a crazy party,
yeah,
or,
I mean,
you know, like...
I mean, yeah, a lot of the crazy stuff, I couldn't actually divulge what happens, because it's probably not appropriate for the stream.
Everything is appropriate, it's totally fine.
I couldn't say so much.
You can say some.
No, I can't say this kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, a lot of bad things happen on these tours too. Like people get robbed, people get laptops stolen, people get in fights.
For example, tell about, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be new for a lot of people, because it was super new for me, about this laptop thing that, like, you know, that they put this...
So basically, there's a guy called Jeans who's a Finnish guy, and he busted out of EBT Boss. He went to downstairs to play the tournament, and he had a huge chip stack.
In last year, right?
Last summer. He got knocked out of the tournament. He went up to his room to play online poker, opened his door, and his laptop was gone. He looks around. He's like, "Where the fuck's my laptop?" Laptop isn't there. So he goes downstairs to reception. He's like, "My laptop's gone." They're like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, my laptop's disappeared." And they're like, "Okay, let's go upstairs together and we can check." They go into the room and the laptop's lying there. So someone had been in taking his laptop, and he started second guess himself, like, am I blind? Am I going crazy or whatever? And it came out that this, I think it was like, I don't want to say it on stream in case they go after me, but there's these like Swedish guys, like Hell's Angels or something, I've got no idea. They were like going after poker players by going into their rooms when they were playing live tournaments, sticking like a Trojan into their computers, and afterwards they would play poker against them on the internet, see their cards and know when they should fold, know when they should go all in, and a lot of people were losing like serious money. So now a lot of people are really scared that they don't want to take their laptop because these guys may be fucking with their computers and stuff. And it's a really dangerous thing. And also, like, it came out that when this guy had gone into his room, the Swedish guy or whoever he was probably hiding in his shower, in his bathtub, with his laptop. Like, he heard him come in his room, he hides into the bathtub and does whatever, you know, which is like a really scary thing. Whenever I go into my room in these hotels, I'm like looking around, like, is anyone here or whatever, and like I don't want to find someone, you know, like
since then, right?
It's scary. Yeah, it's scary to think about, especially if you're staying in a room by yourself. Like, if me and my friend come into a room and there's a guy there, okay, fucking whatever. But if you come into a room,
who knows?
Yeah, but I mean, there's two of you, so whatever. But if you go in by yourself and there's this fucking hacker there, or like gangster or whatever, I mean, he's probably not going to come unarmed or something, you know, and he doesn't want me to see him either, you know, so it's like...
Yeah, but I can imagine that, like, you know, like, I can imagine that the hacker has some big guy with him, right?
Of course, they're not going to... Yeah,
so,
exactly,
like, then in that case, it's not enough if you're just with your friend. I don't know, it's just it sounds very, very scary. And we were also there, it was last year in Barcelona.
Yeah, you were there, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
so I didn't see you too much, but yeah, I remember you were there.
Yeah, it's crazy. So since then, like, this situation is like...
People don't want to stay in hotels, you know, like, they don't want
I can understand. I also wouldn't like to. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's different.
I think, honestly...
But also, like, the hotels are usually next door to the casino, so you can walk in. But, like, let's take Malta, for example. There was a guy in Malta, he played cash games, won 10,000 euros, went to leave the cash game, walked outside the casino, went to get into a taxi. A guy hit him across the head with a rock or something.
No?
Yeah, last week. And then they took his money, you know. So, like, I mean, all this stuff, it's...
You heard about it, right?
It happened, yeah, as a friend of a friend, yeah.
And they took his money?
Took his money, yeah, took his money. And you call the police, but I mean, if there's some random Italian guy on a moped, what are the police going to do, you know?
So, and how much money gone?
I think 10,000 euros or something like this, yeah. And it happened in Vienna. The guy posted on 2+2 last week that in Vienna exactly the same thing happened.
When?
But the thing was, this guy's money was staked. So let's say I give you 1,000 euros. You go and play and you win 1,000 euros and you have 2,000 euros. Mm-hmm. You leave the casino, a guy hits you, takes your money. Then do you owe me 2,000 euros or how does it happen? Because this was my money, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you could have protected it better. And it's just all this stuff, like, it's not nice, you know? Like, all this stuff is just like... And the thing is, there's so many guys who are like 18 to 25 who have like not $1 million, like $100,000, and they are easy targets for gangsters, you know, because they're walking around with sweatpants with wallets hanging out, so they have their phones, they have their laptops. We're easy people to target, you know, so like you need to be careful.
I feel like poker players should have from now or from last summer bigger protection, and like that could be good if they would have the money just like online, right? Like they wouldn't have cash.
Yeah, it's difficult to
that
do.
That should be.
But if I want to go to like play to a restaurant, I have to have money. You know, if I want to pay a hotel.
But if it goes to your account, you can use your card, no?
Yeah, it happens. It happens like that. It's like, but if you play cash games, you have to use money, because if you play tournaments, I can use my card and just use it. But for cash games, you can't. You can get the money, but you can't put it back into the account. You know, so you can take money out, but you can't put it back in. You know, so when I go to Malta, I went with $0. But then when I finished, if I had, say, 20,000 euros, I had to bring it back to Hungary. You know, I couldn't put it back into my PokerStars account. I can take it out, but I can't put it back in, because they don't have a bank to put the money back in, but you can withdraw the money out, you know.
Oh, and do you think it's impossible to somehow solve to put it to your bank account, you know, somehow?
You can maybe wire it back, but I mean, next time you go to a trip, you're going to need the euros again or something, you know. It's like, it's just really inconvenient. It's like a really inconvenient thing, you know. And if you're in Vegas, like for the summer, you're gonna need money for this kind of stuff. And
I mean, like, seems like whenever any big like occasion's gonna happen, these people are gonna be around, and this sounds not cool.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta be careful. You know, like you gotta walk around in groups and stuff. Like walking by yourself in the middle of the night. Like if I was in London and I wasn't a poker player, I wouldn't walk around in the middle of the night by myself anyway. So if I'm gonna have 10,000 euros, then I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna be even more careful. You know, so if you walk around with some friends or careful, like watch around and stuff like this. I mean, in Malta I felt very unsafe. Like I really felt like there was these guys who were following me. So like I was like walking back to the hotel, but I was like almost running, you know, because I had all this had all this money on me, and I could look around, and it was like it was dark, and it was like 4 a.m. and I didn't want them to follow me to my hotel room, so I was like looking around when I was in the lift and stuff like this. And you
ran home, or?
Well, I didn't run. I was just like walking very fast, you know, like fuck these guys, I'm gonna get out of here.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. Let's hope it's not gonna be. Yeah,
and actually in Malta I had money stolen from me from my hotel room, you know. Like,
oh yeah, I read like you could talk about it.
Well, I went for a massage, and I put do not disturb on my door, and I left my money on my bed because when you go for a massage, you go down in your bathrobe, right?
What do you go down with?
In a bathrobe.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I'm in a bathrobe, so you can't take like a wallet and this stuff. So you just take your card, and then you pay on your card. You swipe your card, and then at the end of the trip you pay. So I went down in my bathrobe, my slippers and everything.
It was in a Hilton, right?
In Hilton, yeah. I left the money on the side of my bed, and then I put a sign on my door saying "Do not disturb," you know, so no one could go in my room.
Yeah.
I came back, and my whole room had been changed. Like the bed was done, towels were changed.
So it was clean.
It was clean, but I asked them not to clean it. And then later that night, like 4 hours later, I didn't leave my room. Room service came. I went to pay the guy a tip, and then all my money had gone. And I don't want to say how much money it was or anything like that, because I mean it's like police investigation or whatever right now. But
okay.
But I'm not sure like what I'm allowed to say or not allowed to say. But basically, like I definitely had money stolen from me, and the hotel started saying that loads of lies to me, and they were saying that I paid for the massage with the money, but I paid with my card, you know. So
they said that you didn't pay for. Why did they say?
They said, "Oh yeah, we think you've just mistaken and you paid the money for the massage because we know that you've paid." But I just signed for my massage, so they had to go and check this, and then they like apologized to me, and they made so many lies and stuff like this. It was really.
But if, I don't know, like obviously I'm not saying who was, but like
well, I mean,
lies are coming, it's so suspicious, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they told me that they showed me the logs when I could go into the room. When people went into the room, they showed me 2 different cleaners went into the room in 5 minutes.
Why 2 cleaners went, for example, to a room, right?
Yeah, 2 different cleaners too, which is weird.
That's like 1 cleaner.
And they told me one of them was a supervisor who was checking if the room was clean properly, but I don't know. And they said one was like a junior cleaner.
But it's not true, because like if only 5 minutes is the difference, the room cannot be ready in 5 minutes. So why would the supervisor go in 5 minutes if it's?
But anyway, they showed me the logs on Wednesday, and then every day they told me we will fix it by the end of the day. And then Saturday came, and I had to go home. The manager came, and we met with PokerStars. There was a really big meeting, and the manager told me the reason why it hasn't been fixed yet is because we haven't had the logs, and we can't check till Monday, and the logs have been down for 4 days. This was the first line he said to me. So I said to him, "I know you're lying to me, because I looked at the logs 2 days ago with a different manager." And he looked at me and he was like completely like shocked, because he didn't know that someone had showed me. So I said, "You just lied to me, didn't you?" And he was like, didn't know what to say. And I said, "You either tell me you lied to me now and we can continue talking, or I'm gonna just go home and I'll contact the police or whatever." So he said, "Okay, I was lying." And
he said that he's lying.
And then this was like, how can I deal with these kind of people if the first thing this guy wants to say to me in a huge meeting with PokerStars and everybody, the first thing he wants to say to me is a lie, you know? Like, why? How can I trust these kind of people, you know?
And why they lie?
because they wanted to just let me go home. Because then I got home on Monday. They called me on Monday and they said, okay, we're not going to give you your money. If you want, you can call the police, you know. But why didn't they tell me this 1 week ago? And then I could have called the police when I was in Malta. When I'm in Budapest now, I can't call the police and do all this kind of shit, you know.
But I think like if it like they had nothing to do with it, why did they lie?
I don't know. No idea. They want to look stupid to PokerStars, because PokerStars brought like 500 people to this hotel, paying 250 euros a night. That's so much money, you know. So like they don't want to piss off PokerStars, so they tried to lie in front of PokerStars so they don't look bad. But then I call them out. You know, I'm a good poker player. I know when they're bluffing me, so I can tell them.
How could you tell? What did they?
Because they told me a lie. You know, I read my hood and I could see that they were lying to me. You know.
Smart. So like now it's under. You know, like the police is checking.
Yeah, well, I haven't even contacted the police. I mean, I've wrote to them now, and then tomorrow I have to decide.
To the police?
Malta police, yes. Now I have to decide if I call them tomorrow and do all this stuff, you know.
But you wrote them an email or
yeah,
something?
like, well, it was through PokerStars. They helped me with this stuff, so. PokerStars were brilliant about everything. They really helped me. They sorted the meeting and stuff like this, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like obviously they know who you are and everything, so like.
Yeah.
Someone asked something, but I don't see it. Oh, like.
Do you think poker? Oh, okay, we've answered that.
If Patrick could choose out of the two people to be his security at a poker event, who would it be? Jason Kuhn or
Judge Stride? Yeah.
Who are these? I don't know.
Jason Kuhn is this like huge beast who's like very good at poker, and he's like, he used to be fighting UFC and he's like a fucking beast.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy is an English guy who's good at poker, but he's not a beast, I guess. He's just a normal guy. He's not a beast.
Interesting question, right?
But yeah, I would take Jason Kuhn. Yeah.
Someone asked that, like, what was the biggest, highest entrant? Like, where is it?
The highest buy-in?
But I don't know where it is. Yeah, what is the highest limit you played on live poker casino kastélyban?
50, 100, 200. So it's like buying in for like 20,000 or something like this.
And someone asked, what is the funniest hand you played in live poker table, or I don't know, like interesting, or you know?
Yeah, I've played hands. I actually played a hand in England where like. I raise pre-flop, and a guy turns his cards over and he has 9-10, and I can see his cards. I have king queen. No, I have 7-8. He has 9-10. I have 7-8, and he turns his cards over by accident, and he calls me. And the flop comes ace 2-4. I bet, and he calls. He has 10-9, and the board's ace 4-2, and I have 7-8. So I'm looking at him, and like I've bet the flop, and he knows I've seen he's got 10-9, and he calls. Turns a king, I bet again, and he calls. And I'm like, I've got 7 high and he's got 10 high. But he knows I can see he has nothing, and I don't know why he's keep calling me. I don't know whether
maybe he didn't know? Or?
No, his hand has to stay turned over because it's been seen. It's like the dealer is called, there's a huge commotion and everyone knows what's happened. And he keeps calling me with this hand, which he can't call me. Even if I haven't seen his hand, he can't call me with. But when I can see his hand, there's just no way he can call me. So I get to the river and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do here. This guy just doesn't believe me. But then I ended up bluffing him and he folded. But that was like a really weird hand where so much shit was going on in my mind and stuff like this. Actually, the weirdest hand was I just busted the high roller in Malta, and it was a hand where it was like raise, re-raise, re-raise, and I had ace king. I look at my cards and then the dealer pinches my cards off me, and then the tournament comes over, the tournament floor, and they give me my cards back, and I'm making like a huge fuss because I don't want to fold ace king. And then I get my cards back, I go all in. The guy calls me and he gets lucky, he hits a jack. And the reason why I got knocked out the high roller for like the chip lead pot at the time was because cards were mugged and then came back, and the dealer was trying to pitch my cards off me. I have no idea what was going on, and it was a whole weird hand, and everybody was watching, the media were watching, everyone was talking, everyone had a different opinion, and it was this huge like 10,000 euro buy-in, and I just wanted him to fold and to win, but he got lucky, he hit a jack or whatever, and this was for like the the most chips in the tournament or whatever. So that was a really weird hand too. Live poker, just everything is more weird. There's just so many weird things happen, and
like what weird things happen?
Well, everyone has like huge egos. So like online, if I raise and a guy has like Jack 9, online he's just gonna fold. But live, he wants to be macho and he wants to raise and he wants to be aggressive, and he's just like, okay, well fuck this guy, I'm gonna re-raise with Jack 9. And then everyone's like staring at each other, and the dealers are always female, and people are like trying to impress the dealers and do big bluffs, and there's massage girls who are massaging you at the time, and people are trying to impress the massage girls. For me, I just play normal. I mean,
like you don't care about these things, or how?
Well, I have to care because I have to realize how these guys are changing their play. But for me, I don't give a fuck about dealers or massage girls or whatever, you know.
Like, do you for like I saw when we were in Barcelona that guys get massage. Like, do you order a massage or not?
The first time I've ever got one is in Malta.
Now
1 week ago, yeah. Whilst I was at the table, so I had a really bad back, and I was playing in a game, a very high stakes game. It was 50-100, and everyone had like 20,000 euros each, and every pot was really big, like 5,000, 4,000, 5,000 euros every time. And I was really uncomfortable, so I really hate seeing guys who get massages at the table, because usually they just get them because they're douches and they want to like look good and stuff. So I hate to be that guy, because like you have to turn your chair around, you know, like you sit like backwards, you know.
Okay.
So everyone watches you. You make a big deal out of yourself, and I'm actually really shy. Like, probably don't sound shy, but in like big groups of people, I'm pretty shy. So I don't want to be the guy everyone's looking at and making like a huge attention for, you know. So I don't like to be that guy, especially if you're in a room where like you have to turn your chair around and you're knocking everyone else's chairs, and all the guys are looking at the massage girls because the massage girls are pretty or whatever. So everyone's staring at what's happening with you, and then like, why is this guy getting a massage? Fucking idiot, you know.
But you just can't get for free, right? Or
no, it charges like, I think it's €2 a minute.
€2 a minute?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good job. It's a good job, and there's no variance. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. And these massage girls are going from place to place? Or?
Yeah, there's like a group of them. They call the best hands or something like this. And they go to like, there's a girl who runs it called Suki, I think.
So they travel all the time? Yeah,
they travel together. They're best friends. They're friends with the poker players. They don't date the poker players, I don't think. Maybe they do, I don't know. But they're very good. They massage really well. They have very good reputation, and some guys think they're lucky. They think when they have this massage girl, they're lucky, you know. So they keep them the whole time, you know. And some people think they're really unlucky. So like they'll only get massages off certain girls and not off other girls.
So these girls make a lot of money.
Well, I mean, they have someone they have to pay the money to, because like they have to pay to the casino too, right? Because like the casino's letting them in. Every business wants to make money. So like, if people were given massages in my bar, and the only reason they're giving massages in my bar was because people in my bar wanted massages and people next door didn't, then I would charge them to come in, right? So the casino probably takes, I don't know, 50.
So 50 would be pretty big, but yeah, okay. And what was your biggest or craziest or most poker tilt ever?
Last week I had hypnotherapy on Saturday.
What?
I was hypnotized on Saturday. I had this really good mental state. Like, I was feeling so good. I woke up, I went to the gym, had a massage, I ate. I was feeling really good. I was nicely dressed. I was like feeling good. I was just in a really good state. I thought this Sunday was going to be the best Sunday ever, because nobody who played on that Sunday prepared as well as I did. I was just so ready to play that Sunday. And then after 20 minutes, the internet died, and I had aces on 2 tables, and 2 different people went all in, and I tried to call both tables, and they wouldn't let me call, and I could see my time bank ticking down and down and down, and then as soon as they died, I got my mouse and I just smashed my mouse against the floor, and I had what did I have? I had a dart. For some reason I had
a what?
A dart. I'm not sure why. You know
what is it?
A dart, like a dart.
Darts! I
had a dart for some reason. I just got my dart and threw it across the room into the wall. And it was really funny because I thought I was in this huge mental state that was really good. But then something happened and I just blew up. But the reason why I blew up was because I'd done everything I could possible to be perfect. And then something which wasn't in my control was making me lose, you know? So I was like, well, this is fucking bullshit, you know? Like, I can't stand this. So I was just like, but then I realized I had no mouse to play with, you know? Because I was on a computer, I wasn't on a laptop.
Ooh.
So I had to get my mouse back together, sellotape it together.
And you could do it?
Well, it was really awkward. Like, I couldn't play properly because the sellotape was like behind and stuff. And that was my punishment, you know, for like being on bad tilt.
Cannot you change for your laptop?
Well, it's hard to play just on the laptop because I have all my monitors and stuff like this.
Oh,
so
yeah, it's true.
it was just too difficult at the time, and I had too many tables to change and to do whatever.
I think you could maybe keep more mouse, more mice at home. Because I know that
Yeah, you could. I have two now.
Yeah, like
bought backup.
Yeah, because poker players, like I think the most common broken thing because of tilt at a poker player is mouse.
Yeah.
So
I have my lucky slippers. These are like these are my lucky slippers from they're like from a hotel. I'm not sure where the camera is. It's this way.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah. When I go to friends' houses, I don't like to walk around with my shoes on because I have respect, but I don't want to like walk around really cold. So I like to have warm feet when I play. So
yeah, I understand what you.
And actually, when I was playing in the live tournaments in Malta, everyone's dressed in like shirts and nicely dressed. But I was walking around in my like spa slippers, and everyone was looking at me. I was wearing like my pajamas. I just like to be comfortable when I play,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I like to be cozy, like because if you're wearing jeans, like tight jeans for like 12 hours in a casino, it's not nice, Like if you're wearing like baggy bottoms or something, it's not so.
Good idea. And so since when do you have this little
They're from
shoes?
Malta.
Oh, so from now?
From Hilton, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe I pinched their slippers in revenge for them pinching my money. I mean, I don't know.
And do you plan to have it from now as a lucky thing?
Yeah, they're my lucky things. Although they haven't been so lucky, but yeah, they're my lucky slippers right now.
And you're gonna play live with this from now?
Yeah, I go to Monte Carlo and
you're gonna wear this?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's baller.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think too many people do it.
I wouldn't say it was so baller. I mean, I don't give a fuck what people think, Like I walk around in like Rupert the Bear pajamas. I don't care what people think, Like they have to deal with it.
Yeah, I like it. And okay, what do you do usually when you have a big tournament win? Like, how do you celebrate?
It depends. I mean, it depends. I'm not sure. Like,
I know that you used to have you guys used to have the tradition here that like when someone won, everybody went out to duck or something, right?
Yeah, like we had this thing where like whoever won a tournament would go ahead and like buy dinner for all the other guys. So like I bought some dinners, James bought some dinners. But it's just a little bit awkward because like I could win a tournament for $20,000, but I could lose $30,000 the week before, So like it's hard to kind of gauge. And a lot of people don't play tournaments and stuff, but I mean, I look after my friends and stuff like this. I wouldn't say I'm greedy with money or anything. Like the guy we were speaking about before, like my friend from university who went to study.
Oh
like,
yeah,
like I will fly him to Vegas and we'll be in Vegas together this year and stuff like this. So.
But so he doesn't play poker.
He does play poker, but just not like seriously. He's actually really good too. So, but he just doesn't play. He doesn't play.
He works something.
Yeah, he works. Yeah, but he just doesn't play. But if he played, he would be good. Like, and he's a good player.
And does he plan to play or?
Yeah, he will play in Vegas, and he plays every now and again online, or he goes to the casino, and he's actually really good. He is really good, and
or like give up his job and be a poker player.
No, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's probably too late to do that because, like,
Really?
I think so. I mean, you invest a lot of time into other things. You don't want to, and also like I said, it's not probably good to start poker without a big bankroll. Like I said, So I don't know. I mean. If you ask me, I would recommend him. If he wanted to move to Budapest and do it, I would love it. I could coach him and stuff like this. But I don't know. Maybe things will change.
And and for example,
will come anyway. So.
And how long you like I heard that like you might leave Budapest or stay. So how are these things? I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean now I have the bar in Budapest. It's difficult because I'd like to stay here to be close to there. But I wouldn't like to. I'm not sure I'd like to live in Budapest for so long. Like in the winter. There's not too many people here. There's like a small amount of poker players. But now in summer, like I've had like maybe 10 friends move here in the last 2 weeks. So now I have a lot more different friends on different circles.
And summer is great here.
And summer's really great. But the thing is, I'm going to Vegas for summer, so it's a little bit.
But you don't go for the whole summer, right?
But I'm going for like 2.5 months. So.
But why don't you just go for the VSOP thing?
Yeah, but that lasts for 2 months.
Ooh.
You play like.
Why I thought that it's not that long?
There's like 50 tournaments, one every day or something.
Oh. Okay, for some reason I thought it's 1 week or something.
No, the main event is for 1 week.
Oh, maybe main event.
Which is the main $10,000, but.
But you're gonna be there and.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna like try to win a bracelet. Like winning a bracelet's like quite a big thing. I'd like to do that.
Oh, that's what you have on 2+2 your thread, right?
Yeah, bracelet hunting. Yeah.
Oh so. Yeah, you guys can check it out.
Yeah. See what people are asking. People are asking when we'll be able to see this again. Will it be recorded or how will it be?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on this channel. It's gonna be between the past broadcasts. So guys, it's gonna be here, and I'm gonna highlight it, so it's gonna stay forever, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube, so it's gonna stay there forever too. So everybody will be super happy. Yay! You're welcome, everybody. Yeah, it's like pretty pretty sweet. But I have some questions still. So okay, so you say that you're gonna be in Vegas for 2.5 months?
Yeah, 2.5 months, I think. Yeah.
Because I'm a kind of person who really likes to keep the group together, and I hear it pretty sadly that you're gonna be.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the guys are coming to Vegas,
but not for 2.5 months.
Yeah, I think some of them are actually. Like I think Alex,
but
Alex and stuff. Will.
I think he just goes for the main event.
I don't think so. I think he's coming for like a long time.
But I heard that he comes to Budapest in
afterwards, July. After it finishes. It finishes in the middle of July, and then he will come back to Budapest with me at that time.
Oh, so when does
it start? It starts in May, finishes in July.
Oh, that's not really summer yet, maybe.
May, June, July. Yeah, you have July, August. Still okay.
Yeah. So you guys come back in the main part of summer.
Yeah, sure.
July. Mm. Yeah, so we can go to festivals. Yeah.
What do I eat?
What do you eat? Like usually, I mean, I think it's kind of an important question because like.
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
It's the fuel.
I eat a lot of Indian food, which is probably surprising. But Indian food's like really healthy. It's like chicken and rice, like.
But the sauce.
I don't have the sauce. Yeah, so.
You ask the Indian food without sauce.
Yeah. I have plain chicken, plain rice. I have lots of fruit. I've been eating lots of like sweets and stuff, but I'm really gonna stop doing this now. So
after tonight's ice cream stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like just that's all. Like you order from some Indian food place, rice and chicken. And
I do this like 5 times a week.
Like you order once for sure, right? Like for or lunch or for dinner, and once you go out to eat.
Yeah, I usually go out early, and then I will order for like dinner later on.
And it's the question only for me and for Hungarian people who are watching. Which places you go like to eat to?
My favorite restaurants are Prime. I go to Prime a lot. Whenever I win something, I go to Prime.
Do you go alone too, or
no? Friends, like usually non-poker friends. It's nice just not to talk about poker or something.
So not poker friends or poker friends?
Non-poker friends, not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I go to dinner with poker friends too. But I mean, not always poker. Like it's good that I have like friends from football.
Just I'm saying that, reminding you that all poker friends are watching, and now we know this, so we know where you live.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
we definitely know. Just next time you go to a hotel, you have to know that maybe you're searching between your friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Restaurants in Hungary are the Duck place, like Taiwan Etaram. This is where I like to go with like all my friends, like big group of friends.
Like tomorrow, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, like tomorrow. Prime is my favorite steakhouse.
It's on the Shush, right?
It's on next to Parliament, yeah.
KNRDY
is good.
Yeah.
Mainly steakhouses, which I like best, I would say. I went to Vac Rouge or something.
Vakvarju?
Yeah, yesterday.
That's next to Kirai, right?
Yeah, isn't it really nice? Yeah.
Oh, you like it? James
nice.
hates it.
Yeah.
He was pissed, but
maybe he didn't order the right thing or something.
What did you order?
Duck.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's nice.
I should learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these, and what about Spaceship and Gepard?
Yeah, actually, the Gerard Esparajo. Is that what you said?
Gepard és űrhajó.
Yeah, this place. This it's actually being refurbished right now, which is surprising because it's really nice inside, right?
And it's refurnished. It was blue and everything.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
Now they change it. I don't know why. But
and how does it look like?
It's in the middle of being changed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna be a new restaurant or whatever.
Yeah, and last year when I lived with poker players, we had a chef who was really good.
Really?
Called Cherry. She was like a girl from California, and she would make us like dinners, and she'd make us like fruit salads and stuff like this. It was really good.
She came from California to
No, she was living here. Her boyfriend was a pilot.
Pilot?
For Wizz Air, so she was living here. And she was a pilot too, but she was just looking for a job, so she was like...
She was a pilot too?
Yeah, so now I'm looking for a chef to do this stuff for me, so like... to cook me good food, so I'm not eating bad stuff.
And it's not so expensive as you would always go out, and you save time.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I can understand.
And you're eating better foods, like they go to like the they go to like the markets and shit for you. So
like it's kind of like a normal job, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's all day. Like they buy all day. Like every day they go to the market. They make the food for you twice at least.
Once, yeah.
Or just once.
And they put something for you to heat up later or something. But yeah, it's a good. And we used to have a masseuse as well who would massage us when we played. That was really good.
Oh, the woman and the guy who used to come here. When
did they come here too? Yeah, they were really good though. Yeah.
Yeah, like they still go.
Not anymore, but I would like to start doing this.
Because I remember when Andy and Jonathan.
Really like this year. It'll be different. Now it'll be the same. Like when people come back, we'll play together in the house and stuff. So.
What do you think? So you say that now a lot of friends of you are here. Like, do you think this put together grinding thing is gonna happen?
Good. It can be like distracting and putting you off and stuff too. But it can.
But it
good.
Also can motivate you. No?
Yeah, like I never play badly when people are around me. Like I will never like make like a huge spiel or like really make a bad call or something. But like I'll maybe not play like just as good as I could do, you know. So like I'm never playing badly, but maybe I'm never playing like my top.
So maybe in long term it's not the best idea to grind together.
I still think it's good because you can help each other. Like it depends who you grind with. Like
if you
play with better players and then you finish all your tournaments and you watch them, then it's going to be good for you, right? So and there's some really good players who live in Budapest. Like European just moved here and he's like definitely like top 5 player in the world. So
is he gonna come tomorrow to the dinner?
He will come tomorrow to the dinner. Yeah, he's like a young Finnish guy, and some other guys who've moved here, and a lot of cash game guys are gonna move here. So yeah, I mean.
And would you? Because now you live like separately, alone.
No, I will stay in this house. I like to have my own space and stuff. So
okay, so you don't play.
They're all living together in houses, but that's good because then I can go to their house and play.
Yeah.
But I like to have my own space too, so it's good.
Okay, so that's probably. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Leonard.
Yeah. What else was here? Yeah, we talked about the bar. Yeah, there was a question. But we know the answer. Like, do you have a relationship?
Yeah. It's. I would not speak about that now, I guess.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's awkward.
Oh, okay. I swear I didn't know.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Other question. Fast changing. Do you have a role model? If yes, who?
Role models are the guys who I do my stable with, like a guy called Dimmy, a guy called Tommy, and a guy called Sam. They're just like very good players, work very hard, we motivate each other and stuff. They're kind of underrated, like they've had really good results and people don't realize it. And they play online poker, they play like 5 days a week or they play a lot.
And where are they?
One lives in Budapest now, this is a European guy.
Oh.
One lives in Netherlands and one lives in Finland. I would say these guys are like
these 3 guys.
We kind of like, I think we inspire each other, like we all talk every day and thing is in poker, like it's kind of one of the things I had in my mind which was really bad was like even if a friend was playing poker and he won, like I wasn't happy for him if I didn't think he deserved it. Like if a friend won a tournament and for the last 1 week he hadn't played and he won a tournament, I wouldn't be happy because he didn't deserve to win, kind of thing, you know. Like if I played for 7 days and I didn't win on this one day and he won, I would feel like, well, I deserve to win and he doesn't, you know. Like why is he winning? Like this is the luck part, you know. It's like the luck isn't fair, even for like friends and people I don't like. But for the guys who like really play a lot and I respect, if they win, like I'm really happy for them, you know, like because they deserve it, you know. It's like, it's like imagine you play the lottery every day of your life, and then I play it one day and you never win. And then I play one day and I win. You're like, you're happy that I won the lottery, but like, fuck you, you know.
It feels unfair, like all this. Yeah, like there was a question about it on 2+2, kind of about this unfair feeling that, like Little Goliath has that like all the respect for you, but like a lot of his friends are also playing and like. It's just, you know, like a lot of them may be like unlucky, but like for you it works out and like.
Yeah, I think short term like luck plays a huge part, but like if you look over like 1 year or 2 years of results, then generally things will kind of even themselves out if you play enough games, you know. Like I mean stuff like I think like I'm not sure how to answer it without sounding bad, but he was saying like late on in tournaments I've like done better than his friends have, but maybe they've been playing well. or as well. I feel like when we were streaming before, like when there was like 11 people left, and I was showing you like exactly how I play when there was 11 people left. Like I was making all of my chips not from being lucky. I was making all my chips from bluffing the guys with 4-3 and 5-2 and 7-3. Like I didn't win any pots when I was lucky. You know, I lost ace jack against ace 4. I'm not trying to moan, but like the luck element was like not good for me. But like the kind of small things I was doing to make my stack get bigger. So even if I lose an all in, I still have chips to play with, you know. But if you just wait to get lucky or unlucky, then you can always blame luck. But if you make skill give you more chips, then you can kind of, even if you get unlucky, you still have chips to bounce back off.
So probably, like, I mean, I don't say that they don't have that skill.
No, I'm not saying they don't have skill either. I'm just saying like a lot of skill. I don't want to sound like arrogant or anything here at all. But I think a lot of stuff I'll be doing in like certain parts of tournaments will like not be even realized or be looked over by people. And I really hate for that to sound in a bad way, but like, I really like studied how to play like the last 2 and 3 tables of tournaments. And yeah, I don't really want to speak too much about it because I feel like it's hard to say without coming across arrogant. But I just mean like this is also why I don't coach, because I don't want to give off all these things. But the guys who I coach now, again, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but since we started like working together with some of the stuff I'm doing, their results have been getting better too. Later on, they used to always finish like 8th and 9th and 7th, but now they're like closing out tournaments and finishing top 3. And because of small little things that we do that we feel like other people don't do, you know. And again, like I really hate for that. Like, if I was listening to myself, I'd be like, oh yeah, you fucking luck box idiot or whatever. But yeah, I feel like we are doing things like in my group of friends that other people are not doing. And if they want to call that lucky, then I'm happy to be lucky, you know. Like if I keep winning and being lucky, then call me lucky. I don't really care so much. But I think deep down, I know that like I'm not just clicking buttons and hoping to get lucky. I'm trying to do things to give me the biggest chance to win. And if other people are doing that and getting unlucky, then that's bad for them. And I wish for them to do better in the next 1 year. But a lot of people are kind of deluded about how good they are at poker. Like I think I'm way better at poker than I actually am. You probably think you're better at poker than you are. James probably thinks he's better at poker than he is. Everyone thinks that they're better at poker than they are. So maybe if he has friends who are running badly, maybe they're not playing as good as they think they are. You know, and I'm saying I definitely am not as good at poker as I think I am. I realize that, and you probably are not, and James and everybody else is. But that's just the reality of poker. So if they keep messaging you, telling you that they're getting really unlucky, there's a good chance that like maybe they're not doing some stuff which is perfect too, you know. So I don't know how to say that without sounding bad or good.
I don't think it sounds bad at all.
Yeah,
I mean, as I watched you today, like there were so many things
small things.
Yeah, like I don't know if you showed everything.
No,
that's a problem. We should make another when you show everything.
Yeah, I mean, I
understand.
It's hard to show everything because like not every spot comes up, you know. Like we only played for like an hour or something. Like if I played for 10 hours and spoke about it, then everything would come up.
And what do you think? Like, it's just my question. Like, how big % of the things was covered? What do you think today? Like 10,
2, 3,
2,
5. I mean, we didn't.
So how are we gonna make it?
We didn't play so much. I mean, we only played like for an hour or so. I mean.
But if we played 9 hours.
Yeah, maybe another time we do it for longer. I don't know.
That would be super cool. I mean, obviously, if I would be like such a great player, I wouldn't give it out.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly.
I don't mind
others
helping sometimes. But I mean, I took a lot from poker too. Like, I got good from like being in poker communities where other people were better than I was, you know. So I don't mind to give.
Like when you started to work.
Yeah, stuff like this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like that. I think that was a pretty big deal, right? Like that was the perfect place to start from, right?
Yeah.
Like know everything like an insider.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like anyone in your place wouldn't just give out the big information for free, and I think we all can be pretty
sure.
Thankful for it.
Just gonna reply to somebody, but I'm still listening.
Okay, so I don't know if others know that like you used to be a professional football player.
Well, I was young. I wasn't a professional footballer. I was playing very seriously, like in a club and stuff like this. And the people I was like I wasn't anywhere like as a professional. Like I wasn't. My job wasn't like getting paid to play poker. Like I was younger. I was like to play football. I was like 17, so you're like the step before that you go to be a professional footballer or whatever. And actually, I think if I had tried to be a professional footballer, then I probably could have been. I'm not sure because I was good at football, but again, like I didn't put as much effort into it to be the best I could be, you know, like out of football I probably fulfilled like 40% of my capacity or something, you know, like I didn't go to like become the best athlete. I used to go out drinking. I used to like
when you played the football.
Football, yeah. I used to eat shit. I had a terrible diet. I didn't go to the gym. I was just like
McDonald's and all these things. Right?
Kind of, yeah. I was just playing through talent somewhat, and even my talent, I wasn't practicing as much. But I had a guy in my team called Gareth Bale. I played with this guy called Gareth Bale.
I wrote his name up. He's like, is it true that you played with Gareth Bale?
So he was
here.
So when I went to this team to like try to be a professional, in this team, when you're in this team, like 5 guys, they get given the contract to go and be a professional footballer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was there, and there was like maybe 20 of us or 15 of us or whatever. I went down with some guys from Newcastle, from where I was from, and this guy Gareth Bale was not good. He wasn't good at football. He was okay at football, but he wasn't great.
He's the same age as you?
He's the same age as me, same team and stuff. He wasn't great at football. I'm not trying to say I was as good as him or whatever, but he wasn't great at football. He was okay, you know? Everybody on the team was 15, 16, 17. They were okay. Nobody was the perfect player because we were 15, 16. But when I went home, I would eat shit. When he went home, he'd eat good, you know? When I had a day off, I would do nothing. When he had a day off, he would go to the gym and stuff. And actually, because of my like failure in football, like, I feel like I failed in football somewhat because I could have been good and I wasn't, you know, or relatively I wasn't good. I feel like because I failed in football, I'm kind of scared to fail in poker, you know, and like I always use it as a thing, like I don't want to be like, I want to be like the Gareth Bale of poker, you know, like if he did this, like I start poker in the same as somebody else, and if they want to like be bad and eat bad and sleep bad, and I want to eat good and sleep good, then I'm going to go better and they're going to go worse, you know what I mean? So like I want to be like, I want people to look back in like 5 years and wish they like tried as hard as I did in poker. I look back now and wish I tried as hard as he did in football. I want people to kind of say the same thing about me in poker, you know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that a lot of also friends of us think like this about you. Like honestly, I can say 100% that like I think for all of our friends, like poker friends who are very good poker players, you are the role model. Seriously. Yeah,
maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of them are very good too, and a lot of them inspire me, and I get a lot of stuff from them too. So I wouldn't say I was like far and away better than any of them in anything. Like a lot of them are very, in Budapest especially, like in groups in like England and stuff, you get guys who are just wasters and stuff, but
how do you, like in
they just don't give a fuck. Like they just
like the British poker players.
Not just British, but just like, I mean, I don't want to call British poker players, but like just in general, like poker players in general are lazy. But in Budapest, most of the guys are really good. Like they all try and hard. Like just Dan and James next door, like they have good setups. They're all professional about everything. They eat well, they sleep well. The guys in England, you know, like they're playing on their laptops whilst on Facebook. They're like going out. They're playing on their iPads, whatever.
Because when I was talking with Luke, he also said that he's curious, like, how do you consider your relationship with the British poker scene?
Yeah, I mean, it's like somewhat of a. It's a bit weird because I have a blog on an English poker forum, which so like a lot of people follow me and they know, or like they read stuff about me, but there's a lot of like kind of arguments with me and British poker players. I'm not sure why. Like
which blog?
Like it's just the same as my 2+2 blog, but it's just like copied. Like I copy and paste it. But like a lot of people in Britain, like especially a few years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, I think I was like looked at. I'm not sure what the word is, but like people kind of had like a derogatory kind of view of me. I'm not sure. Because I used to like really love poker. Like I mean I still do, but I love poker more then than I do now. Like I was really, really, really loving poker. And I would post a lot and I'd be too enthusiastic, and I would sometimes make mistakes in things that I said, and I would say too much and I'd be too enthusiastic. I'd be like too passionate.
How can it be too much?
Like I would just like,
I think it's good.
I would like rile people up, you know, like I would say things like, you know, in a forum you can start typing. Like if someone types something to you, you start typing, and then you can either press send or you can press cancel. Like there's probably been like
in the chat, you mean?
In a forum and like in a thread or whatever, and it's so easy to just press cancel, and it's so easy to write a post, but so many people write these posts and then they think, okay, I don't want trouble, I'm going to just cancel it, and then they press delete, you know. But I used to always just say exactly what I thought, and I thought this was good. I thought, yeah, this is good. I'm not a bullshitter. I'm very honest. But sometimes it's good to just not say too much, you know. Like it's sometimes good to just like
not say your opinion for everything.
All your opinion, like it's sometimes you just don't need to say it. Sometimes it's good to hold it back, you know. So over the last 12 months or so, I've really kind of tried to not kind of make people unhappy at things I said and stuff. On that on English stuff in general, yeah. But like I know a great example. A great example is like there's an English group on Skype, and they changed the laws in England for moving money about, and I had $200,000 on PokerStars, and I really wanted to move this $200,000 from PokerStars to money bookers. And in this group of British poker players, you usually write like, I need $1,000, can someone help me? And the group was really new, and I wrote in the group, have $200,000, blah 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 blah. And it sounds like really arrogant to write that. Or I could have just wrote, have PokerStars and need money bookers, and then people could write to me. But I didn't need to write, I have $200,000. So this was like the kind of thing I would do a year ago. I wouldn't think about how I was acting, you know. But now, before I do things, because it would piss people off and stuff.
Like that's such a big amount of money.
Yeah, like I don't need to say I have $200,000.
Yeah,
know?
just
I could just say, yeah, I have money, I need to change it. Like everybody else would say it. But because I just didn't need to say this like huge amount. It sounded like I was bragging, like I was being arrogant, but it really wasn't. I was just like thinking, okay, I need $200,000 here, I want to move it here, and I just wrote that. And I wouldn't think about what I was writing. But now, like I have to, like I always think, okay, do I really want to say this? Like I delete things, I change things, I edit things. And I think that's kind of like growing up and being a little bit more mature. Like when I was 20, I was like, okay, fuck these guys. If they don't like what I say, fuck them kind of thing. But now I'm kind of like more chill and don't want to argue, and I understand that.
But like, it's more like with them, right?
Just people in general, I would say. Like when I was like 19, 20, I was just like this little bastard who would just like, if someone said something to me, I would just like, oh, fuck you kind of thing, you know? Like I'm saying,
you talk back?
I would talk back, I'd be like argumentative, like I'd try to, if I was with my group of friends in front of like somebody who was trying to do something for us, I'd be like cheeky to them, I'd be like trying to impress people, and I was just like immature, and like I was not like I don't know, maybe some people think I was nice to be around, but a lot of the times I was just like this little bastard who was just like causing trouble. So I think
before poker, right? No?
Yeah, like when I was 19, 20, 18 in school or whatever, like I was like known as this like little bastard, you know, like
who was
just like just idiot. And this is not good. Like when people laugh, you know, you think they're laughing with you, but really they're laughing at you, you know. So like
when you were like that.
Yeah, like when they're laughing, I'm like, oh wow, these guys think I'm really funny, I'm gonna keep doing it, you know. But when I look back now, like if I can look back, it's like really cringy, because I know they may think I'm funny, but they're laughing at me, you know. So like over the last 4 years or so, I just feel like I've matured a little bit in the sense that like I'm more self-aware and stuff, you know. Like it's a lot of people think things inside, but they don't say it, you know. So like, I kind of want to be the same. Like I want to say things which I should say, and then even if I have an opinion, I don't need to tell everybody, you know. Like it's good sometimes to just have your own opinions, and maybe tell one friend. Like if we're sitting here talking, like not on the stream, but if we're sitting here talking, it's fine for me to tell you my opinion, but if there's like 50 people here now watching, or however many people, maybe it's not appropriate to say some things, you know. So
like
so yeah. But yeah.
And so you said like 4 years, like in the last 4 years you get more mature.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
But like it's a stupid question.
And you probably know, like, you know, I'm probably pretty quiet around you. I wouldn't like shout and scream and stuff. I'm more
you're not that kind of person.
And even when we go out, like I used to go out when I was like 18 and 19, I'd be like, it'd be surprise you, but I'd be the guy who's the most drunk, causing the most trouble.
I would really like to see that.
I would really be this little bastard. I'd be causing trouble. I even remember like
there's some stories.
I should remember stuff like I was once in a bar and there's this like London gangster guy or something. I don't know, like some guy, like idiot guy, and like I just like threw a straw at his face. There's just like he's just sitting over there, and because I knew I was with my friend and he was by himself, I just threw a straw at him, you know. And then he came up to me, and my friends just like beat him up or something, you know. I mean, it was my fault. And then afterwards, all our friends were like, "Oh yeah, it's funny, or whatever," you know. And like I was happy that they stuck up for me and stuff. And at the time I was like, "Oh yeah, it's funny, or whatever." But now looking back, it's like super cringy. Like I didn't need to do that.
And the guy was hit by your friends.
Yeah, and he was being an idiot too.
Why?
He was like, he started it, like he pushed me or something, you know. Like,
oh, okay.
But now if someone pushed me, I'm just like laughing. I'm like, okay, whatever. I walk away, you know.
But something must be able to tilt you.
No, nothing does. I don't say anything back to people. I'm like really, really, really calm and composed. You know, like you've probably never seen me like anything bad or drunk.
That's why it's interesting to hear it.
But then again, it's like poker. Like you learn from your mistakes. You know, like I learned from doing all this shit stuff. You know, like, and fortunately, nothing terrible happened to me. If I hadn't learned from it, maybe one day I would have ended up in hospital. You know, maybe one day I wouldn't be able to walk anymore. Maybe like some guy finds me afterwards and kills me, you know, like maybe I get hit in the face and I die, you know.
Yeah, it's good that you learn.
And I kind of learned just from like, I learned it's also like this hypnotherapy. Like I look back and I can see all these things which are so cringy, and I don't want to be like that next time. Like I wouldn't want to go out with you guys and then you guys laugh at me at the things I was doing. Like, it's just not good, you know. Like
no, like I can tell we all respect you. Like that's just not a situation.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm only 26, but I just feel like I'm more like mature now. But I'm not trying to say like I'm a great person because I know like 4 years ago I was this bastard who was doing all this shit. You know? So,
well, I think we all have this in our life
Mhm.
when we do stupid things, and
it's just about being self-aware, though. You know, like
yeah, or you have the point where you realize and change or not.
yeah,
And if it didn't come in time, it's just not gonna come. I think.
I agree.
Like, I guess, but I don't know.
I agree for sure.
Yeah, but it's nice to know. And what was the biggest like prank what you did or they did to you?
With my friends, and my friend, a guy called Steve Heron. He's in Vegas right now, and yesterday he got to his room and his whole room was upside down. He had like loads and loads of money stolen from his safe,
Oh.
and his clothes were pinched and everything like this. And he's like ringing his friend, and his friend's in a show in Vegas and he can't help him. So he runs downstairs. He's saying to security like, "How the fuck can you not see someone walking out with all this stuff?" Like they pinched his laptop and everything. And he was shouting at security. The security were upstairs, and like he was trying to fight with the security and stuff like this. And they were like, "Are you sure your friend didn't do this?" And he's like, "Are you fucking accusing my friend of stealing my stuff? Like, why you wouldn't do this? Blah blah blah." And then he rang his friend up, and he's like, "Mark, like, they've stolen all of our stuff. Your money's gone, my money's gone." And Mark's like, "Oh, you mean the money from whatever?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, April Fools, you know." And it was like an April Fools joke. And he'd hidden all the money in the bath or something like this, or like hidden somewhere.
I would punch everybody.
And Steve said he was like he couldn't sleep for days, and like he was really angry and he wanted to kill the guy.
I would definitely punch everybody.
But we all think it's really funny, but Steve thinks it's like
I don't know. It's a little bit too far. Yeah, and what are the 3 things you couldn't live without? Like what you just really need in your everydays?
poker count, I guess.
Okay, poker.
I don't know. I mean, food obviously, but I mean.
But like you don't have to.
Yeah, survive.
Yeah.
3 things. I mean, I'm a pretty simplistic guy. I mean, I don't need much. I like music to kind of compose myself a lot.
Oh, like that kind of music when like there's a like with guitar and
yeah. You know, I like that, like Ed Sheeran kind of music and stuff. Yeah, like I don't listen to a lot of music. I listen to like maybe, like in the last 6 months, I've probably listened to music every day for like 5 hours. But I probably haven't listened to more than like 10 songs. You know. Like
so you listen to the same
songs? Things and like and really.
Me
like,
too.
It keeps me kind of in the zone of how I like to be. Whenever I feel like I'm out of the zone, I'll put something on which makes me like familiar and more comfortable.
But like one song for all day.
Well, I would change it. I listen to like a set, so like Ed Sheeran for like 1 hour in like a festival. I will like listen to this song.
Oh, so not one song, like just the person. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. And okay, like what do you like? What do you like to? Why do you like to live in Budapest? Like, what do you like about it?
It's good. I mean, it's cheap. Not that I'm nitty at all, but it's cheap. There's good people. It's safe. I've never seen a fight here. The public transport's really good. Apartments are good. Internet's good. It's close to England. It's close to EPTs. It's got a good airport. Good food. I don't like Asian food. I couldn't live in Asia. It's like the perfect place really for me to live. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, like everybody here, it's a very good place. So more and more poker players can move here.
What does disassembling mean? Little Goliath posted something and it says, "No disassembling required." Long message warning.
Where?
Here. See?
Oh. Well, maybe he posted, let's check the 2+2, maybe he posted there. Because, you know, like, you cannot really send links here. So maybe it's here, let's check. I refresh it.
You should change your 2+2 settings. Like, you have like 10 posts per page, you can do like 100 posts per page, you know?
Oh yeah, that would be cool. James made it as it is. Ooh, wow, check. 290 people are watching now.
Nice,
I'm pretty sure. Oh, hi everybody. I'm pretty sure it was more when you were playing. Okay, let's check the previous side. There was...
I think we answered his question now.
Yeah, are you like for Little Goliath question?
Yeah.
Like he had... Yeah, this was answered, and here... Okay, like, what do you think is the biggest possible downswing in nowadays MTTs if you only play on stars? How many games, how many average buy-ins, etc.?
I think if you play like mid stakes, like if you play like mid stakes, like not high stakes, then you shouldn't really lose more than 20,000. So yeah, like most of the guys who I stake, if they lose more than 20,000, there's usually something wrong. So yeah, I'd say 20,000 for like mid stakes guys who are playing like the big 109 and like 10 rebuys and stuff like this. Sunday million, like 20,000 seems somewhat reasonable if you're playing midweek and low variance games and stuff like that. So yeah.
And like someone says, like, can you ask Patrick whether he studies, and if so, what he studies? Like we kind of.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
We kind of covered it, and yeah, I mean, people who can ask usually just wants to know what you do and how they can make it, or like there was a message which I had, and it was about that, like when they play, it's here, it's like I got a problem with trying too hard to get chips and spew a lot because of that, maybe get way too creative, so to speak. If he has any comments on that, but that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, usually this happens when you haven't won for a while. So like, if you haven't won for a long time, then you may like feel like you have to be desperate to get some chips. And if what's happening isn't working, then you may like doubt yourself and try to play a different style. I'd probably say like get a coach and get him to watch your game and see like what things you're doing, what things you're doing poorly, because like maybe you just don't know what you're doing bad. You know, like if you were playing like your hypers, if James didn't tell you that this was good or this was bad, then it'd be hard for you to learn, right? So maybe if you weren't winning, you would just start playing differently, maybe limping, you know, because maybe you think, well, if I've raised and it doesn't work, maybe I start limping, you know.
Yeah.
But if James shows you like, no, this is okay, what you're doing is fine, you're just getting unlucky, then you would keep raising, right? So maybe like speaking to somebody else and getting their opinion is like going to be good, because if you just change your game for no reason, and if you change your game to something totally different and you haven't studied why you should do it, then it's going to be difficult, I guess.
Yeah, so I feel like they could have the answer. I'm checking if there was something else. I'm super fan of you, great videos on poker strategy. So you don't really plan anymore?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I'll never say never, but at the moment I'm not making videos. At
the moment you're exclusively appearing on Wild Hungarian channel. Yeah. So someone says that you play private. Oh no. They talk about does the Brazilian actually play poker?
Yeah, he plays against rich people. The thing is, in poker, like it doesn't matter who the best poker player in the world is. It's a player who has the most money, which is the most important thing, right? Like in poker, like in like tennis, you look at like who has the most titles to who's the best player, or like in football, which team has won the most stuff. But in poker, the way we judge poker is who has the most money, you know. And if he's playing against these guys and making money, then I wouldn't hate on him, you know. Like he's doing the right thing. He shouldn't. It doesn't make sense for him to play online and play like a $10 rebuy against like some good players, you know. He should play against Floyd Mayweather in Vegas for like $50 million, because that's like the most plus EV thing to do. So he's very good at what he does. Like he gets a lot of hate, and he's obviously like a complete dickhead, but he's very good at what he does. And like I've got a lot of admiration for him, like maximizing his potential, because he could just not play poker. He could just like party the whole time, but he's at least making money, like, and making a lot of money. He doesn't need to do that because he has so much anyway.
And what's the best decision you ever made? Probably to choose play poker.
Yeah, to play poker, I guess. Yeah, or to maybe to give up my job when I was in poker strategy, because
really,
I chose to move to Budapest, and I chose to leave my full-time job and play poker, because I was playing poker, but like I was working from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m.
in England?
In Spain, and after I finished work, I'd get home at 7 o'clock, and then I would play for 2 hours, but I'd be really tired. I could never like be the best poker player I could be, because I was like working for 12 hours and then playing for 2 hours when I was really tired.
Yeah.
So I decided, look, I'm pretty good at this game. I've got good results when I do play. I'm gonna just go for this. I'm gonna really try hard. So I came to Budapest and like gave everything. Like I didn't go crazy. I just like played poker every day and built up this bankroll and went harder and harder and harder. So quitting my job and playing full time was definitely like the best thing I ever did.
And what was the scariest thing you did?
Scariest?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like any scary experience?
Scary as in like ghosts, or scary as in like money losing, or what do you mean?
like ghosts, like not money losing. It can be money also, but the first.
I mean, I don't believe in ghosts or God or anything like this. I'm more of a science guy.
Oh, like,
scary stuff. I guess I get scared, like, if I just watch, like, a scary movie or something, like, I'm kind of scared, you know?
Yeah, like, we talked that you and me, like, you also watch, like, those videos where, like, it's all about the serial killers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really...
it's so addictive.
Yeah, I mean, my friend Tudor is probably watching now. He's, like, a very, very good friend. But he thinks, I've been watching, like, a lot of stuff about serial killers and kidnapping and stuff like this.
Me too.
And if you tell people this, like, they think you're weird, but I think it's just...
not true, you're just curious.
It's interesting, like, I'm curious, like...
and you're, like, afraid, like...
And the whole thing is, like, kind of interesting, too. Like, the girl was down in the cellar for, like, 10 years. Like, how did she develop? Like, did she like him? Like, how did
like when a girl is kept for 10 years.
Yeah, like, that kind of stuff. It's like, I don't like it, but I'm interested in it.
Yeah, it's just
like,
so different.
But then when you know that there's these kind of people, like... If you know there's these kind of people, then it's like kind of weird, because like when you go in the street, like these people are always really normal. So like when you see your next door neighbor, these are the people who are like the fucking psychos, you know? Because like every time someone does something, the news always says that they spoke to the neighbors and he was a nice guy. He used to carry her bags up the stairs, blah blah blah. But really, like everyone's fucking crazy, really. You know, like you can't trust anybody. I mean,
yeah, like I guess you heard like what was like 3 years ago or maybe last year, I don't know, that the guy kept like 3 girls in the basement.
Yeah. Amanda Knox. Not Amanda Knox. No, it's not.
Something like that.
Amanda Berry. She was called.
Yes. And there's the music which I really like.
And they have a baby. One of them had a baby as well. It's crazy. But this stuff's like really interesting. I don't like it. Like I don't like that she's been taken away.
No.
But people think I'm weird because I like it. But when I say I like it, I just mean I'm intrigued by it. You know.
Yeah, like you're just so surprised and you're just like, oh my god, I have to know what the hell. Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I had also like pretty stupid. Okay, I just for the fun.
Okay.
At the end of the show,
I may not answer this one. Okay.
No, because it's not even a normal question. I was just, I never did an interview, so I was like,
you've done well. You've done really well, I think.
Oh, you're nice. But I could do better, but everything can be better. So
every time I could answer better to you.
Yeah. So it's not a serious question. It's for my entertainment. It's like I was searching on the internet for bad questions.
Bad questions, okay.
Yeah, but like very bad. Doesn't make any sense, and I found them so funny that I wrote out 3. And I was in the living room and I was starting to have a like laughing, laughing pain. When you start to cry, you laugh so hard.
Yeah.
And then asked, okay, tell me the questions and I'm gonna tell you which you can ask. And he told me I can ask one.
Who? James?
Dan.
Okay.
Like, because they know I'm stupid and I laugh on stupid things.
Yeah.
But I will ask all. They will not make any sense. And it doesn't even have to be answered. So the first was like, do you remember me?
Do I remember you?
It's so bad.
I remember you.
Okay. And the second one, can we hang out sometime?
We're hanging out now. We're hanging out tomorrow. We're all going for dinner tomorrow. So.
And the third is the best.
I'm scared now.
May I borrow a napkin?
A napkin?
It's so bad. Oh my god.
Weird.
It was just for my...
No, it's good. It's good.
Because these are so bad and it's so funny to ask. I wanted to open with these, but you were playing tournaments and everything.
I'd have been looking at you like, are you sure?
Oh yeah, so... Yeah, and after I would open with these 3 questions, and after I wanted to say that, okay, so let's be serious, tell me your 10 favorite sauces. And but like I'm happy that finally I could tell, because I just really wanted to use these, and I think I didn't laugh too hard, so it was fine.
No, it's good, it's funny.
Yeah, so people, this is my sense of humor, so...
Yeah, if you do an interview in the future, I will watch for sure.
Yeah, like honestly, I would love to ask retarded, stupid questions, but people have to first know that I'm actually not retarded. Just my sense of humor is retarded.
I can come on and do a part 2 sometime, and you can ask me the retarded questions.
Yeah. Like I have so many ideas, and like James has also very stupid questions. Like, rather, what would you do? This and some very gross.
They're good questions.
Yeah, like he has so many good questions. Like honestly, we were thinking that we would, but I'm not gonna do now. But we would do the game that like, you know, I don't know how exactly, but there's a game like kill,
Snog, marry, avoid. No, marry,
kill, and
snog.
I don't know what is snog.
Kiss.
Yeah, or yeah, something like this. So we were talking that I should do that. Like Shane said that, yeah, you definitely should do that, and I should tell 3 guy names for it or something. So we wanted to do things.
Yeah, those things are fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy to make something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, cool. But like now we were like serious and everything.
No, it's good. It's been a good. Hopefully, people have stayed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we've answered most questions.
Yeah. I'm just checking if there is anything we left out. How you prepare the session? I mean.
I think we did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what? The message to your back.
Backies. Yeah, I did like this message last week.
Like what the message?
I can find it.
The internet will be here because it's better if it's here. I mean, if it's just on the forum, yeah, you can.
1 second.
Okay.
It'll take a little time.
Yeah, we have time.
Yeah.
Sup, M Pokerdong. Stop there. Someone says, why is Jamie Gold such an absolute wanker? I don't know what does it mean, but wanking means something.
Yeah.
I shouldn't ask.
Yeah, that's what it means. But I mean, it means just like an idiot. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he is a wanker. I mean, he's like, I don't know. He's like, yeah. I mean, to me, he's not a wanker. He's like deluded and like not good at poker and stuff. But it doesn't mean he's like a wanker. I don't think.
Oh.
Like he's yeah. I mean, I don't know. He's like. I don't know. He's funny.
Okay.
Let's try to show you this thing.
Yeah, maybe we can put it on the screen for others to see your 2+2 thread.
So we did this. I can maybe they wanted me to read it out in an Al Pacino voice, but I'm not going to.
Oh, that's why someone said the Al Pacino thing. Someone said that. Can you do the Al Pacino?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? You have to do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, I don't know it, so I want to know.
I can't even find it now, actually.
That you read something like Al Pacino voice.
Yeah.
That is cool. You should do that.
I can't find it actually. Maybe it's on this.
That
page.
was like you said, Bea. You said that we're gonna make a.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw my name.
Yeah, I sent this out so we can.
Oh yeah. People can see what is happening here.
So I would. I mean, I can't read this out. I can't read this out.
So, it would be so cool. Just.
You can try.
Okay, Al Pacino voice. Speech sent out to horses.
No, you start from here.
Okay. So, Al Pacino. I don't know what to say really. 12 hours, still the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. An enormous Sunday that can make or break us. A Sunday where we will inevitably run beyond awful. We either heal as a team together or we will die as individuals. Hand by hand, tourney by tourney, until we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen, believe me. And we can stay here, round bed, spew off, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell, one hand at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around and I see these young faces. I mean, every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money playing high rollers against Germans who can't lose 40 to 60s. I chased off anybody who ever wanted to back me, and lately I can't stand watching my screen name making the plays I watched in Poker Tracker 4. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. That's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff, ... You find out life is a game of inches. So, is poker Because in either game, live or poker, the margin of error is so small. I mean, 1 unnecessary bluff and we don't make it. 1 bad river call when we know we are beat. You don't quite do it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They are in every phase of the tournament, every bluff, every call. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everybody around us for that inch. We 3-bet relentlessly for that inch, because we know when we add up all those inches, that's going to make the starring difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who is going to find that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is, the 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You've got to look at the guy next to you in this chat, and I think you're going to see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're willing to see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same for him. Now, either we heal now as a team or we will die as individuals. That's poker, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I wrote that to my guys who I stake on Sunday before we play. Before we play on Sunday, I usually write them something semi-motivational, and it's funny.
I'm pretty sure your Al Pacino voice is so much better.
No, yours was good. Yours was good. I mean,
I was so concentrating. Wild Hungarian pads. Do you think you should have one online player of the year over Moorman this year? I know that I voted for you.
Who said this?
Anti-boy.
Do you think you should have won online poker player of the year ahead of Moment? I mean, like I said to Bea previously, like, you choose who the best player in the world, the best players who makes the most money, you know. So.
You think that's the best player who makes?
Well, I mean, generally that's how we make. Not always, but like if you win one tournament, you're not better than someone who's won 20, obviously. But consistently, like the guy who's done the best and made the most money is better than the other guys. But Chris Moorman's like, if the question is like who's the best poker player, Chris Moorman or myself, it's probably Chris Moorman. If the question is like who's been the best poker player over the last 10 years, it's definitely Chris Moorman. If the question is who's been the best poker player over the last 3 years, it's definitely Chris Moorman. But if the question was like who was the best poker player online last year, out of the two, it was probably me, just from the fact that like he didn't play as much. He was playing live tournaments. He made more money in one live tournament than I did in the whole of my online tournament. So like he's did better than me last year. But I just felt like the online poker player of the year for Britain. I mean, I felt like I deserved to win. But I mean, he's such a good guy, and I expect him to. I would never be like so worried or concerned if he won. If somebody who I didn't feel was a good player won, then maybe I would care. But he's such a good guy, a nice guy, and he's a great player, so I don't care so much. Mm-hmm. They're all listening to your speech now, so.
Ha! If you guys like this voice, I can do this forever, no problem. But probably I'm not gonna. I taught her this before. It cracks me up. Oh, my as I narrate. Okay.
Narrations, yeah.
Yeah, I remember once like MPokerDonk was in a chat and like someone said like, "Don't give me money, give me $2, send me," and he was like, "I cannot do it, I'm poor," and you know he plays on higher stakes, and I just read the chat in a different, and they like it. Yeah, maybe that's gonna be my job, you know, no one knows. But so I think I voted when it was, cause yeah. But you won something, not?
No,
like,
I didn't.
No?
I didn't win it. No.
Or I don't know, like there was some voting.
There was like a magazine like voted me like player of the year, like online poker player of the year in the world. But I mean, I probably didn't deserve to win that either. So I don't know. I mean, these things. I mean,
yeah. I mean, obviously, this is not what decides.
They're fun. It's fun. It's nice to show my parents. And, like, you know, like whatever.
Yeah, and, it's just nice to have it.
For sure, yeah. For sure, yeah.
But like not just me. I think kind of everybody is for sure that you're gonna like sooner or later have it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter so much. So.
Yeah, and like the bracelet hunting is probably gonna be successful. What's gonna happen if you're gonna have a bracelet?
It's out there, so like a lot of people will be watching and stuff. And I mean, I don't know. I have a bracelet. I will wear it. I guess I don't know.
I don't know how it looks like.
It's like gold and like.
It's real gold.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like it's a nice like a jewelry bracelet.
Yeah. It's like a WSOP bracelet. It has like WSOP and like gold and diamonds and shit like this.
Wow.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're gonna wear that all the time?
No, people don't usually wear it. Like again, like this would be the kind of thing which I may have done like a few years ago.
Come
but like
on.
now I would just.
I think it would be so fun if you would wear it. I think if you're gonna have it, you deserve to wear it.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Like if you wear it, you have to come to my streaming and wear it and talk with big gestures, and the light's gonna be good, so it's gonna be shiny and everything, so everybody can see it. And honestly, I will have to try it on, and I have to make a lot of pictures and post everywhere that I want a bracelet. I just have to. Yeah.
We can finish now, I think.
Yeah. I don't know how long we.
4 hours. Almost.
Ooh, that is cool. People gonna love it, and I swear they're gonna watch it through the whole because it's freaking value and it's gold, and they will love it. So it's pretty awesome.
Thanks for having me.
And I couldn't be more thankful.
Thanks for the ice cream.
Oh sure, we have more in the kitchen.
Yeah, maybe I have some.
Yeah, like it's just for you. So. Or maybe we're gonna keep here, so Patrick's gonna come over to us more often, like, you know.
You lure me in with the ice cream, it's fun.
Yeah, so I couldn't be more thankful for coming to this stream.
No, it's fun, thanks a lot, and thanks for always hosting me when I come around here and stuff, it's nice.
Yeah, if you guys will keep pushing and helping about it, I'm pretty sure he will say yes.
Yeah, I'll come back for another time for sure.
Ooh,
I'll play for longer, hopefully.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody heard it.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not? Exactly. Like.
Well, thanks for everybody for being here and stuff. So.
Yeah.
It's been good.
And I'm also thanking, and I hope everybody had fun and you guys learned, and you can find this in the past broadcast, and I'm gonna highlight it, I'm gonna upload to YouTube, I'm gonna share it, no worries. So cool, we were cool. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Peace.